Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing part 7 of the S10 Ls Swap. I've run into some problems, so this is kind of going to be like I'm moving backwards. But I bought a set of headers and I did a video on them. They were Hillman Hustler headers. And any header, pretty much any header you buy with these trucks, you're going to run into a little bit of problems. You got to do some kind of modifications on them. So the problem that I ran into before is the driver's side steering shaft was hitting the header tube. So I ordered another set of headers, and the problem I'm running into now is the driver's side header is working good. It goes down in there good. The steering shaft goes through the tube like it's supposed to. But when I got to the passenger side, I couldn't slide it down in between the motor and the frame. So I had to pull the motor out, set the header down in there, and then set the motor back down in the truck with the header down in there already. And then I ran into another problem, which was the header sitting on top of the frame, and I might have to notch the frame on the top side of the frame rail to the header to be free, so it won't be so tight and it'll slide on over to the motor. But I'm going to show y'all what I'm running into, what problem I'm running into. As y'all can see right here, here's the passenger side header tube. You can see right here that, and the motor's in there where it's supposed to be on the mounts and everything, and you can see right here that it's not going to the motor. And what's happening is it's sitting down on top of the frame down there, and causing it not to work like it's supposed to. So what I'm gonna have to do is pull the motor back out of it, notch the frame, and then set the motor back down in there, and then put the header back in it and see what I have. So let's get started, guys. I'm gonna show y'all along as I pull the engine out of it and show y'all along what all I have to do. So here I am, guys. I'm gonna pull the engine out and let y'all just see as I pull the engine out of it. As I get the motor puller up and get it situated. Besides, guys, this is like the third or fourth time I pulled the motor out of this thing. But it's all in trial and error of doing a swap like this. This is just some of the things that you run into. Excuse me, guys, if the camera be's a little bit shaky. I'm trying to do this and film. What I'm gonna do is put my hook in there, and then I got everything else loose, so it should come on out. Let's set up the camera here, guys, because I know I'm gonna need two hands. Tube should sit right there until I get it out. I'm hoping. clear, what I want to do is I pulled it out so many times now, it's just makes it easy. But after I get the motor out, guys, I'll show y'all what all I have to do. Close. Guys, I just about have it out, and I'm going to show y'all what I have to do once I get the motor out of it, and show y'all what I got to do for the header to fit in the clear. There you have it, guys. I have it out for the third time, but yeah, what I got to do, I'm gonna show y'all. Let me jack the transmission up just a tad so we can. Hey guys, I'm gonna show y'all what I done. I took and I notched the frame out right here because the header was sitting right down on top of the frame right here, and I just edged this up a little bit more and cleaned it up because the top of the header was hitting right here, and then the bottom of the header was hitting here. So what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm not gonna leave that like that because I don't want the frame weakened. So what I'm gonna do is take the very piece that I cut back out of it and lay it in there like this right here. And I'm gonna weld it back in there so that, as you can see, it's got the hump's not there no more. There's a dip so that the header can clear it now and it won't be hitting. So I'm gonna weld that back in, and should be ready to set the motor back down in it. I'll show y'all how that turns out. Okay guys, I'm back. Here's what I've done is, as you can see, I cut it out and I welded that piece back in to make sure that it didn't weaken the frame. I just flipped it inside out, and it gives me clearance right here for the header not to hit. So I think we're going to be okay now. So I can actually start setting the motor back down in it and see what we got. Hey guys, I set the motor back down in there and it was still hitting a little bit, so I had to pull it back out. Hey y'all, welcome back. I had to pull the motor back out the truck again because the header's still hitting and I don't want it hitting, so I want to make sure that it's right. So I ended up pulling it back out, and what I done was grind it on the frame a little bit more. Y'all may can't see it, but I'll show it to you later. But I ended up pulling the motor back out of it. Let's hit the motor on the floor. But what I'm gonna have to do is, the header on the passenger side is falling right down on top of the transmission around where the dipstick is. So what I'm gonna do is, and the collector's hooking up right there. That's a crappy design on the passenger side on this header. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it. I cut it right here, and what I'm gonna do is, in other words, it's coming straight down on the header like that on top of the transmission. So what I'm gonna do is I cut it, and I took about an inch out of this, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little 45 on it like that and weld it back, and that way to get it away from the transmission and the transmission pan, and then I can hook the collector back to it. So that's what I'm gonna end up doing. But I'm gonna close this video out, guys. This is part 7. I was hoping part 7 I'd have been cranking the thing, but header issues. I would think, you know, and I'm not bashing anyone, but you think that these guys, as many S10s that's running around, that they get some of these headers right, and they can't say it's cause the more money you spend, the better header you get. It don't work that way, because I spent $350 for these headers here, and then I'm having to modify them. So it ain't how much money you spend on a set of headers, cause that's not gonna matter. But anyhow, I'm gonna close this video out, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for those who have subscribed to the channel. I thank y'all very much. But make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all in the next upload.